COC and the mastermind clear. Got the vibes that'll get you turning, bring awareness.
COC, we back with another episode. Today we got a special guest right here. This man right here is a Columbus, Ohio rap legend. We got Wise from Ohio. Wise, what's good? How you doing?
I'm good. How you, brother?
Thanks
for having me.
Appreciate you for having us.
I appreciate
We've been supporting you for a while, and we're glad to have you here. And the first question I got for you is, your journey in Columbus, Ohio, in the Columbus, Ohio hip hop scene has spanned years and multiple eras. How has your artistic identity evolved from Young Wise to Wise from Ohio?
I think that's a good question because now I can answer that with some variety. Because at first, Wise was just known for some cocky thing, like you know what I'm saying. It was like an ego rapper. I think most people didn't like me because of that, and so it held people back from listening to my music. So creating Wise, I think it makes it easier for people to relate to, you know, whether you're a father or you've been rapping for a long time, or you travel or lost friends or lost things in life and still had to chase your dreams. You know, somebody said to me, God has a weird way of showing you your true gifts when you have nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's how I got to identify myself with Ohio, or with just my growth is, you know, surviving everything.
Now with your new album, is this the final album?
Yes. This is the latest one. Just came out today.
Okay.
And I feel like it. You know, I had a real health scare, and I just talked about it for the first time publicly a week ago. But I had a cancerous tumor removed earlier last year. Damn. And when the doctors told me, I didn't go back to the hospital for like 4 months because I'm like, cancer, I got kids, and I'm panicking. So I had to really sit with myself. Like, if this was my last album, this is my last project, how good do I have to be? Like, what do I leave for people? So I think I'm comfortable with the idea of it being my last album, just in case. I'm still not done with this health situation. I got to go back to the hospital in a few weeks. And I don't know. It might be my last album. It might not be.
What was the process of making this album?
It's been 3 years. I've been working on it for 3 years. I probably scrapped it about 10 times and wasn't going to put it out. But my whole process was trying to make my father proud. My dad died 3 years ago, and we weren't like close until like right before he died. So it was like growing up, I always thought my music was the one thing he was proud of me for. Even, you know what I'm saying? Although I was a parent my whole life, I was a fuck up too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, it's like your mom hearing you cuss for the first time, and she go to church every Sunday. You can't play your music for. You know, so that's how my parents looked at it. It was like, I ain't listening to that. And then as more I took it serious, the more the investments came, the more the losses came. I think my dad was just always like, do what makes you happy. Keep going. So when he passed, I was like, who do I make proud now? Yeah. So that was really my drive behind this.
Now, can we get into some of the features on the album?
Yeah, that's
Ghostface and Lil Wayne.
Yeah. It's funny. I really did that for me. Like, I didn't do it to be boisterous about it. If you notice on the album how I loaded them up, I didn't even say, my track list doesn't even say. Y'all got the version early, so y'all see what it is. I did that for y'all. But for the public, I didn't want the public to not listen to my album. Because if they see Lil Wayne on an album they've never heard, they're going to go straight to the Lil Wayne song. Yeah. You know, so I'm just like, no, y'all got to listen to the album to catch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's in there, and if you look through my linear credits, Lil Wayne's name is in there, Dwayne Carter, you know what I'm saying? Ghostface is Dennis Coles, it's all in there. But I used to look at it like, you know, we all wanted to be Lil Wayne growing up, the rappers at least. You know, from tattooing your face to dreads to whatever it was, to gangbanging to, I think Lil Wayne made room for a lot of people. He changed the culture, so we wanted to be that. I don't know anybody that wanted to be Jay-Z, although he's like the go-go, you know. But Lil Wayne gave the younger kids that shot, like, we can do this. And then having groups like TOG, we were like the Wu-Tang in Columbus. Right. So I thought those little ironies worked for me, you know. And I'm a Wu-Tang head, and I don't think Wayne is the dopest rapper in the world. He's the biggest rapper in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think any rapper is like, they'd out-rap Wayne on a song. I think that's everybody's ego. I think few would get the chance to prove that. Yeah. You know, so that was like something for me, like, oh yeah, and I wasn't trying to out-rap him. You know, I think he rapped 12 bars longer than mine. I was just like, no, we neck to neck though. I'm nice. Yeah. If he heard this, he'd be nodding too, like, yeah, you did your thing. You know, and Ghostface too, the same thing with Ghostface. I was sweating, like he wasn't in the studio, but by the time I heard his verse back, it was just like, I gotta come like Ghostface came, and
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have that ability to keep up. It makes me laugh at hip hop a little bit more because I definitely love hip hop. It's definitely I didn't do it to sell the record. I didn't or to sell the album. I definitely did those things for me. Again, if it was the last thing or an album I put out, I definitely wanted it to be the best version of me.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is the best album you've ever made?
Yes. Yes. And I have 12 of them and like 17 mixtapes. But I think for a long time I sounded like different things growing up. Whether you was listening, you ever hear of people that sound like Drake because they listen to Drake? You know what I mean? So I was like the guy that listened to Fabulous too long, or like anybody for too long. You sound like those things. Your voice changes, or you haven't figured out your style. I think this is the first album where it's a solid version of me, because I still rap and I still sing on this album, but my voice is the same all the way through. My idea, the concept works from song to song. It's not like, oh, why he sounds like this on one song, he sounds like this on one song. I think from beginning to end, it sounds like a solid version of me, and I like that. I definitely don't sound like my age, which is kind of cool because I'm like 44 now, and well, I'll be 44, and yeah, I don't think I sound like my age. I still felt like I got it, so I like that.
No.
What you think? You think like it sounds like the best version of me?
Yeah, I've been listening to your music since the COC mixtape, so
Yeah.
it's definitely like a more mature version of you.
Look, you put up a post one time, and this had to be like 12 years ago, and it sparked some somebody put up a post and they were like, "Yo, Young Wise is the best artist in Ohio," and your comment back was like, "Are we talking about all of Ohio or forever?" But that makes sense knowing who you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it like it was offensive. I was like, oh no, he's asking the real question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because there was the Ratty Records, there was the copyrights, there was the everybody before me that I give all the glory to.
Yeah.
But I like that. And then I liked it when you reposted my music. I'm like, yes, I got him to like me.
Oh no, I rock with your
Yeah,
music.
thank you.
Yeah, because I've been around the Columbus rappers from the 80s, the
Yeah.
90s, 2000s, all the way to now, and it's like, who are some of the rappers, the new rappers in the city that you rock with?
I like right now who I'm listening to is Bangy. You hip to Bangy?
Yep.
I like Bangy a lot. I think he's so underrated.
Yeah,
He's
he
so,
dope.
and I think he gets more attention because he shoots them videos.
Yeah, his videos.
If he stopped shooting videos, they would be mad at him. But if he went hard with the music, I think he would take off because he's that nice. I like Bangy a lot. I like Cass Oliver is probably my favorite right now. I'm jealous of his beard. All y'all beard niggas make me mad. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of artists. I don't listen to everything. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not like, I try not to be negative. I'm not against that. I get so much hate that I kind of laugh because it's like I don't expect anybody to like me. I cringe at the fact that people have to say everything.
Yeah, you and AU's post on Facebook be going viral.
Yeah, bro, I can't take AU, bro. And he's my blood cousin. He's too much. Even this morning, I'm like, AU, shut up, get out my inbox. But I love him. He works with a lot of people. We were just having a debate that sometimes AU feels like people they show fake love. Like it's a big thing to do. Like or popular love. And he was like, bro, I feel like they do this to me and then they do this with you and it's fake. And I'm like, the difference between me and you is that you're a producer, so the rappers need you. The rappers don't need me. I am competition to them. You know what I'm saying? The producers aren't competing with you. The rappers aren't competing with you. So I can't talk about AU because he is, you ever interviewed him before?
Nah, we want to.
He gonna talk your head off. Y'all gonna do a lot of editing. AU gonna say everything he's supposed to say. I love AU though. That's my cousin. He does a lot of work with me. We were just arguing today because this is the first project that I've ever put out that he hasn't had something to do with. So he is in his feelings about that. But I'm like, no, we do a lot of work. We have some things that we're gonna put out pretty soon here. But again, this album was real strategic. So I wasn't trying to leave nobody out. I just knew exactly what I wanted from it.
Yeah. Can you talk about the Wallaby feature?
Yes, I love Wallaby. Listen, Wallaby is married to my cousin. So we're like family. Wallaby, I probably was 15. I called my brother. My brother was at a house party, and I just like wrote my first 16 bars. And I'm like, bro, I finally did it. Listen to this. And I'm reading from a tablet. And I'm like, what you think? And by the time I got done rapping, he's like, hold on. And it was Wallaby on the phone now. My brother had gave the phone to Wallaby while I was rapping. I didn't even know he did that, but I knew him and Wallaby were really good friends. And Wallaby went to Mifflin, And he was from the north side too, but I thought Wallaby was a god since he had, he got cut and he got that big slash in the middle of his chest. I forgot, I don't know if somebody tried to kill him or something, or if it was a surgery. I just remember being kids and there was this rapper who could really rap. And he had this big gash down his body, and he was from the north side. And I've idolized Wally for a long, long time. I think Wallaby gets more credit as a hustler than a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a great, great rapper. Like I've never seen any performances like him. Just the other night we performed together, and I asked him, "When do you breathe? When do you breathe?" There's no ad libs in your tracks. You just put on the instrumental. It might have a hook, but he takes off. And Wallaby's a great guy. I ain't gonna lie. I think every verse that Wallaby does a song with me, I think it's better than every verse he's ever gave to somebody else. And that's not me saying that. I just think that I bring a different side out of people. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's a competitive thing where he might think he has to out-rap me, or he knows like, nah, this is a wise record, or I know how I'm coming. Or maybe some people just give you the same bullshit to do, so it's easier to rap about the bullshit on their stuff. And then you get this kind of music. It's like, I gotta step it up. But Wallaby's verse on this new album, it kind of sounds like he's preaching. I kind of was like, you ever have that moment in church where you know the preacher's talking to you?
Yeah.
That's how it was when he rapped his verse. I'm like, you was talking to me. And not in a bad way, like you were talking about me. You were talking to me. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done some things I'm not proud of. And Wallaby in his verse, he's like, he starts it and he says, yo, Wise, let's pray. And then he starts to talk that talk. And I'm like, yeah, I needed that. Like, so Wallaby's like a big brother. I try to keep him in the loop of everything. I liked having him on this.
Now, looking back at the Columbus hip hop scene, when you started compared to how it is now, what are some things that is different, and what do you think some things that still need to be improved on?
Well, I think we have missed the mark by far when it comes to improvement, because I think Columbus doesn't know how to support each other the right way. You know what I'm saying? The right way. And I could be wrong. I don't have any bias. I'm not against anything. I just think there's no strategy to moves that are made in the city. Not that I think everybody should support me, but you know how many projects I've seen come out today. Yeah. I was like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 2 weeks. Y'all knew this. I didn't see y'all's marketing until today, or I didn't see this going on until 3 days ago. Yeah. So I think we're missing some camaraderie in how things get done. It doesn't make anybody better. It just has to be strategic, you know, and what gets pushed. And you don't have to like it. I think it's more bullshit that gets popular bullshit that gets supported because it does more views or it looks good. Yeah. Versus like when somebody sees the investment or sees what's something for real as a business aspect, or it can make it to the industry, I think we should push that. Like MG Sleepy. Yeah. I don't listen to it. I fully support it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to like it. Yeah. I don't have to bang it. I really see what's going on, so I could support that. I'm not supporting somebody who records in their basement and they make their own CD covers. It sounds like their booth was in their mom's kitchen. I don't care how popular it gets. It's just a different, you know, you slapping cheeks in your video thinking that's going to get you everything, and it doesn't. Nobody cares about that. And I think in Columbus we look at the popular things more. And then you got guys like me. If I don't go hard, they'll call me an old head now. You know, and I hate that. It's like, oh, the old head saying this because he's been rapping so long. It's like, we don't make the commercial music anymore. Columbus has changed a lot. We didn't grow up in this viral world and this internet world. You know, there's no more CDs. Now I sell CDs as keepsakes. I used to sell CDs for rent money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so it was different. I think we have a lot of growth if the communication is there. I think we all have to stop looking at each other like competition and as companions. That's simple as that. You don't have to like it. Let's get to the goal, though.
That's real. Now with the your chapter 88, what do you think is next for you creatively after this?
I don't know. I'm anxious to see. Actually, this was a lot. Like I said, it was called chapter 8. Chapter 88. It was called chapter 8 when I started it, but chapter 88 was my way of closing pieces of me, like finally closing the book. You ever have a book you've been reading forever, and you just say never finish it? And then finally you feel good when you get to the end. Like, dang, I should have finished this years ago. I should have finished this months ago. This was that book for me. This was that page in my life where I'm like, oh, I could turn to the next. There's no more pages. And I'm like, what book do I pick up next? And right now, that's where I'm at. I'm like anxious for whatever is coming.
When you're done recording, do you go back and ever listen to it, or you just keep pushing forward?
No, I listen to it every day till it's out. Like today, like I'll probably not listen to the album again. You know what I mean? Because now it's out. Now it's for y'all, but I listened to it and critiqued it every step of the way. And I don't write. Like, you know, I haven't wrote, like, on paper in, like, 20 years. So it's not like a freestyle. I might go to the studio and say, yo, I got this concept and build it. I might do half a song and listen to it for a week in my headphones and then go back after my brain has processed the rest of it. So I definitely listened to the whole album for 3 years now, just piecing it all together until it was ready. And yeah.
Before this album, did you have a favorite album that you did or a mixtape?
Yes. The last album of mine was called Changes. And I think that meant so much to me because it led up to this. It led up to this. And my dad was still alive when I dropped that album. So my dad's favorite beat, my dad had this favorite song on the Outkast AT Aliens album. And I had AU make the beat for that intro of the album. On that album was the first time I told this story when I got prophesied over by a pastor. First time I moved to New York, the pastor came and he prayed for me and he told me, he was like, God wants you to live your dreams and he wants you to get to the goal. He wants you to do everything your mind and your heart desires. But when you get to that door, God is going to keep that door shut because it's not for you, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he needs you to get there to know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been so close to being on, I don't know what it means anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen fame. I've traveled. I've done everything but sell my soul. And which is a luxury at my age because there's some people that'll go for $5,000. They'll bend over for that record deal. And I'm like, I just got a little song with Lil Wayne and I didn't have to do nothing. Yeah. You know, you just got to stay loyal to what you believe and what you do. So Changes was like the first initial, I think that was my first realization that I was changing and that life was about to change because right after that my father died and I had a newborn baby and I'm like, crap, I'm over 40 with a newborn. What am I doing? And the COC 4 mixtape, that was probably about 20 years old too, but we pressed up about 20,000 copies of that mixtape and the whole state knew me by the end of the summer. We gave them away for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have did $10 a piece. I'm like, we got 10,000 CDs. We dropping them off in mailboxes like the newspaper. And it worked out. That's one of my favorite mixtapes. I met a lot of artists through that. I think that was the first time Columbus got a good version of me. And I'm not one of the people that like all of my stuff. I still listen to some of my stuff and I hate it. Like I promise I got 10 albums. I'm like, I hope they never hear this. I mean, it's there, but
I was watching the From the O video earlier.
I love that video.
That's
I love
classic.
that video. Yep, super classic. Super classic.
Classic.
I pride in my videos. I love my videos a lot. I wish I could make more. It just takes so much time. My camera guy is he's everywhere, but I like my videos. I appreciate that you watched it.
Yeah, for sure. What's something that resonates with all Columbus people besides the Buckeyes?
Oh, like I was joking earlier, the Donatos, until I realized the Donatos is worldwide. No, but I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think we have much.
We've had people say like the City Center.
It's gone though.
That's gone.
It's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ohio, we can say the Ohio State Fair, but even that doesn't. It's not even. There's fairs everywhere. Like, you know, which sucks for us. I don't think we have something that identifies us, which is another reason why we got to support each other. Because it's not like we have a sound where one person is going to make it. No, if somebody takes off and they only do it, he's going to fail because there's no follow up behind it. He can't do it by himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? It took Atlanta. All them niggas had to get on. They had to push everybody. I just now listened to Amigo's album just like 2 days ago, and I was like, this is amazing. But I didn't think that back then. Yeah. I think I had to really identify with what they were doing for real. And they were all different. I'm sure they're not the best of friends, but you don't hear 21 Savage bashing Future or compete with Future. The Futures and the Migos album ain't dropped at the same time. You know, they didn't need Drake. None of them Atlanta niggas needed Drake. Yeah. You know, it worked for Drake. But I think if we support each other, we don't have to worry about identifying ourselves because there's really nothing that identifies Ohio for real.
Yeah, besides the Buckeyes, that's it.
And maybe that we're the heart state shape of America. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're literally like shaped like a heart in America. So
what's crazy is we had Sean Anthony here. He said Donato's the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think Ohio? Well, we did have our own sound, but then Dr. Dre took it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to laugh like we had our own version of OJ. You remember when Maurice Claret got caught on the freeway with them guns in the car?
Yeah, Bryce
I was like, we made it. I know that's not a good thing to say. I was just like, he was gonna kill her. He was gonna pull a OJ. He was gonna go down in history. And I shouldn't glorify that, but in hindsight, I was like, It's just funny what we're known for.
Yeah, it's crazy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You think we have our own like Columbus? Like you can go to producers like Rashad and AU. They have like a Columbus sound.
But what does that mean though? I don't even think. I think that's their sound. I don't think that's a Columbus sound.
You don't?
Nope. I think AU sound is AU sound, and I can only say that because he's worked with Jeremiah. He's worked with tons of famous people, and it's like I think those famous people wouldn't connect it back to Ohio. They would connect it back to AU.
Yeah.
There's specific states or genres of music where you can identify where they're from, whether it's the way they dance, or the way the beat is, the jingle, or the bass, or you think 808 sounds or chopped and screwed from Texas. I think those things are strategically identification markers in states. I don't think we have those. And I can't even do it. I've tried. Like I wish it's like St. Louis having right there or there that Nelly did it, Chingy did it, like so many people did it, and it was awful. But now we can identify it with them. I don't think we have that.
You think it's possible for artists to come out the city and give us that?
Absolutely. I just don't know what it'll be. I absolutely. I think we're the most talented state in America, and I've only said that because I've seen rappers everywhere, and I love it. But I think we're the ones that haven't had the chance. Like what I'm saying. I think because there's always one person, and the one person can't carry the load. They don't last forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like even for Bow Wow, when he gets the worst critique when he was like, oh, but he was too young and he didn't do this. Like, no, but he could have pulled somebody along. He didn't have to do anything. Yeah. But even him, like his career would be so much bigger if it was somebody else from Ohio. And then the big giants from Ohio don't mess with each other. You ain't never heard copyright with a Bow Wow song or EKT40 with a song with somebody else that's popping. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they stay in their age range, which is weird. But
and then you got a whole side of Columbus now that thinks Columbus music begins and ends with 21 Pilots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We opened up for them one time and it was like $5,000 for 6 minutes. Damn. Yeah, we're not doing that again. But, yeah. They were great though. And the bad part is back then people pay for opening acts and you don't even realize I'm performing for the audience. 21 Pilots, they're not watching from the balcony or they're not behind stage about to say you were good when I walk by. That never happens. We just opened up for Don Tripp. Yeah. He probably has no clue who I am. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. I was just glad to be back rapping on stage at home. But I think we in Columbus, we spend more time trying to be seen, thinking that, I'm about to open up for such and such. And that means nothing. You just wasted your money. Yeah. You should have stood outside freestyling.
No, that's real talk. Do you have a memorable story about growing up here in Columbus?
Too many. Too many. Some of the worst ones. But no, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I got too many memories. I got too many memories, and I don't want to say it because like it's a secret. I think going back through my memories of things reminds me of people that I don't have. Okay. I have memories of Ness. I have memories of Skyscraper. I have memories of my father. You ever go to? I'm like this, like with women in places I've been to. Like I can't go to the same restaurant if I went there with one girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what it was. Like, y'all.
I'm in a relationship now, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. Like, if your wife is like, let's go here, it's like, I don't like that place. Because it triggers a thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I shouldn't be like that, but it's like that. So being around in Columbus or thinking about it, although I smile, it's not always the best memories.
No, I understand that. When it's all said and done, what type of legacy do you hope to leave behind?
I want Ohio to. I don't want them to remember me from feeling like I was the best or feeling like I could make good music. I want people to see that I still kept trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the beauty in anything. I know a lot of rappers that stopped rapping before they died or before they were sick. They just let it go because Columbus would do that to you. The air in Columbus will suffocate you because nobody's supporting you for real. Or your back's to the wall all the time. You always feel like you got to be better or compete with somebody. I want people to know that Wise was the one that kept going. Yeah. And that motivates you to keep going too. I hope so. Like that's the goal. I want people to know that you don't have to sell out to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people do. Some people will wear that dress. We from Ohio. We ain't gotta do that. Right. You also ain't gotta be wearing scarlet and gray and play the role either. just be you and be where you from.
Oh, that's real. That's real. Before we get out of here, do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
Thanks for listening to my music and supporting it. I hope we keep it going. I'm trying to like keep it going for the next 6 months, which is hard because you always gotta find content and ways to get new followers to listen. I'm trying to make it bigger than Ohio, and I've got a lot of people on my ass about this. Like, yo, you gotta push yourself out of Ohio. And although I gotta do that, I'm really trying to get Ohio behind this. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I can get that,
album to do it.
so if I can get Ohio behind this, then we can attack the world because I can't attack the world by myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Thanks for having me,
you
man.
have any labels contacting you about this album?
I wouldn't sign a label. It wouldn't matter anyway.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Nah.
Not right now.
Nah.
Not even like.
I mean, it have to make sense on like it wouldn't be for money. I mean, I've done it all without their help. Like I've done so much. I've done everything I could do without the industry's help. And I've been signed multiple times before, and I just at this age I ain't dancing across nobody's stage.
Yeah.
I ain't doing no weird
TikTok
shit.
videos.
No, I don't care about that. Although I need it, like I don't even know how to work TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hire somebody to do that for me, some kid. But I don't know. Labels are labels. They ain't signing the old heads no more. I'm glad to see Wu-Tang doing what they doing because they're going so hard right now. It's like, and it happened overnight. Like just this year, it's like. Last year I thought Wu-Tang was never getting back together, and then right now they all dropping solo albums. Alchemist is working with everybody, but they're doing that without the industry. They're doing that without the labels. Now all the old heads is doing what they love and pushing it, because I think they figured out we didn't need the industry.
Right.
Most of them rappers been rich and broke, although just gotta keep going.
Out of all the features that you've done from like mainstream artists, who was your favorite? You've done songs with like Crooked Eye.
I would say this Ghostface one was. Yeah. It was because I appreciated it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I didn't understand what Ghostface or Wu-Tang was talking about because I thought they was like niggas trying to be Chinese. You know what I mean? Like, I thought the Shaolin Monk thing was their thing and I didn't understand that. So once I really got into it, I was just like, yo, they crazy. Like, they identified their own sound. Like, I don't even think they sounded like New York. I think they were just like, their own thing. And I think I always appreciated that. So I just, I think this is the first time these features, I think I like the Ghostface feature more than Wayne. Having the Wayne feature was something I did for myself, like proving to myself. And then the Ghostface feature was something I figured like I could really be proud of that. Like my mama would like that because she knew what that was. Like, if I could find a lost Tupac verse, that'd be the one. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would probably wouldn't none of these kids would know what it was, but for me, I'm like, it's the butter on the bread to me. But I think the Ghostface feature is my favorite one so far.
So, you have a message for the Columbus youth?
Don't do drugs and follow your dreams. I tell people all the time, and people might not agree, but I tell people all the time, chase your dreams and not your heart, because your dreams will take you to what you love the most. And I say that because we lose ourselves so much chasing love, what we think we're in love with. It could be your job or a car or college, and we dedicate so much time to that, and you lose who you really are chasing that thing you think you love. If you stick to what's in you naturally, you'll find yourself in love with that. So
614 Central Ohio creators, we just dropped another dope episode. We got Wise from Ohio in the building. 614, we signing out.
Thanks for having me.
COC and the mastermind clear. Got the vibes that'll get you turning, bring awareness to your product and your brand.